You've done an incredible job of trying to further identify what may be inside the mesa, drilling on either side of it to be able to try to study this.
Well, you know, based on the ground-penetrating radar data that we have that was conducted on top of the mesa, you know, we have what's been called a debris field or fragmentation. We've got a large object inside the mesa, and then there seems to be fragments or pieces of it scattered, you know, throughout.
But things that are coming out of this area seem to be even more anomalous. At 170 feet, you find
this green gelatinous substance again, if you will, this green jelly.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Well, they're coming up with some kind of green jelly that we haven't seen anywhere else through here. And it just has a green color to it.
Well, it does look like what we've seen before, don't it?
Looks exactly like what we pulled out. I'm glad to get our hands on more of that stuff.
Brandon, it's not the first time it's come up.
No, we've had that come up last year. So there is definitely something unusual that our drilling experts are encountering.
We should add that when we found and tested this material in the past, it was aquatic plant life from about 50 million years ago. So, you know, what is that and why is it in there?
Yeah. On microscopic examination, you know, we were told that there's char or charcoal-like material, you know, in that sample, indicating that there may have been a very intense thermal event, perhaps 50 million years ago.
Why is it preserved?
That was my question.
Inside the mesa.
Why?
It's so, again, out of place, out of time. We're finding really unusual material and discoveries within this mesa that just don't add up.
And we don't know if there's a connection, but, you know, of course, we've been told about green gelatinous or green jelly by others who are familiar with the history of the ranch.
I remember the sheriff, Chris Porritt.
Yes.
There was part of a wreckage.
So when you say wreckage, you're talking about, like, some sort of a craft wreckage?
Yeah, some type of aircraft of some kind of flying saucer or alien craft. He says, come on over here. I was standing about where Tom's at right now. There was an impression made right here. Well, I'll tell you, he found a liquid substance, but it wasn't liquid. It was more of a gelatin type stuff. Jelly. And it was green. It was pretty much scattered all over in here.
It's an interesting part of the history.
Yeah.
To have the, you know, to have the former deputy sheriff reporting unprompted that he'd encountered this substance relative to his investigation on the ranch.
Well, these tales, they're just lore until you start pulling the material out. This notion of this burn event, I mean, does this give credence to whatever is inside the mesa? Does it all tie together?
If it does, you know, that would suggest that something crashed there 50 million years ago and somehow it's in the mesa.
Well, I know fans will continue to speculate on what's inside the mesa.